My grandfather bought a piece of property on the Little Cahaba River, 1934. This was before we had air conditioning. The temperature out at the river would be 10 degrees cooler than up in town. And he would take my grandmother out there every night to sleep. There was no other way to be cool in Birmingham. The Cahaba is a beautiful, wild and free-flowing river. We don't have many of those left, so it's a special place to enjoy nature and be a part of creation. And now another generation has begun to enjoy that river. My children go out there, my grandchildren. One of my grandchildren was baptized in the Little Cahaba River in the same pool where I learned to swim. It's a place to be enjoyed. It's not a place to be built over. It's not a place to be paved.
Cahaba Beach Road's a proposed cut-through for Highway 280 traffic that goes through a really pristine, beautiful haven of remaining nature and of our drinking water source.
Is so peaceful and so amazing where you can just come and explore. It's a classroom. It's a nature's encyclopedia.
You guys see this guy right here?
Yes, I know.
This is a dragonfly nymph.
I am LaTanya Scott, one of the environmental science educators for the Cahaba River Society. I am not the normal person that people would expect to be out here and teaching what I teach. We come here, this is actually where we do our field trips. The CLEAN program is Children Linking with the Environment Across the Nation, and so what it is, helping children, students, rising third graders on up, connect with environmental science and hands-on activities out in the river. Seeing somebody that looks like them, that has no fear and wants to teach them about connections and environmental science and just being out here with hands-on and water, it's life-changing. For development to happen through it, next to it, around it, anywhere, it'll impact it greatly in a negative way.
This proposal for Cahaba Beach Road has been around for, I think, probably at least 15 years.
As they try to funnel traffic off 280 to alleviate the problem that was created by development, they risk creating the same problem somewhere else. You know, residents that live along the corridor where this road might be developed could someday be looking at 8,000 to 10,000 cars a day coming through their neighborhoods, you know, where their children play, that don't exist now.
Where I grew up, which interestingly enough is in my district, out on the Cahaba, me and my brother used to go out there and, you know, play and fish all day long. My district's very unique. It has a little bit of everything. It's not geographically centered in one area. It's very vast, very diverse. It runs all the way down the Highway 280 corridor. I think my role is to do whatever I can to promote economic development, both in my district but also in the city of Birmingham and the metro area as a whole. It is also my job to protect our resources and assets we have. A lot of the city of Birmingham's water resources are in District 2. The Little Cahaba is definitely in District 2. So is Lake Purdy, which feeds into the Little Cahaba, which eventually makes it to our filter plants. It's not just my constituents, it's really the entire metro area. We all drink our water, we all use it to live, to work, to play.
When I ask, where does your water come from? They all say, the faucet. I say, well, the faucet had to get the water from somewhere. And so for me to break it down from the river, river plant that filters it and distributes it to your house, and then you turn the faucet on, it opens up a different viewpoint of where they get their water from.
So it's important that people do understand where it comes from and how to protect it.
The question is, do you know where your water comes from?
No, I don't know.
So I was actually thinking about that the other day. I was in my research lab dumping stuff down the sink and was wondering, like, where's this going? How is this getting filtered out? Because I know it's coming back through my shower. So I really don't know.
As a business owner, creating a product that water is a major component of, and the Cahaba River is a namesake of this business, Water is a vital aspect to every part of my life. So if the water changes or anything like that, that changes, again, every aspect of my life, from just the ability to go visit with my family to be able to produce a clean, consistent product.
I don't... A pond. Not a pond, like a... Lake Purdy. Is that right? What?
I have no idea, honestly.
I feel like I've heard that. Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe.
The reason that we have water throughout the drier season in the summer is because Lake Purdy has stored water for us. And the Little Cahaba River is what brings the water from Lake Purdy to the main river and to the drinking water pumps.
So the Little Cahaba River is the critical link in the supply of our drinking water, all of our drinking water.
What's important to understand about the potential impact of this road is that this natural forest is what creates and protects our drinking water.
Cahaba Beach Road was a small road that was used a long time ago and eventually closed and no longer used anymore. And it crosses the Little Cahaba River below Lake Purdy before it feeds into the main stem of the river. And historically, a lot of that land has been protected to protect our source drinking water. And this potential development of a new road threatens to add a lot of human intervention to what now is a relatively protected area in the middle of huge urban developments.
If the Little Cahaba River were like a pipe bringing the Lake Purdy water to our drinking water intakes, the road would be like puncturing that pipe with a pipe of pollution.
Anytime you have a construction of a roadway that is adjacent to one of the sources that we derive our water from, you're going to have issues, whether it be slow, continual pollution from runoff or whatnot from the street, or it's direct pollution as a result of the construction process. Maybe it's an increase in silt in the water.
The potential to have cars and trucks carrying all sorts of different things running over the river all the time opens up the possibility of spills and accidents and things that aren't really an issue for our drinking water right now.
A lot of this beautiful forest around us and around the Little Cahaba River that keeps our water clean is owned by the Birmingham Water Works Board, but it's actually owned by the people because it's the ratepayers' money that purchased this land to forever protect our drinking water. And this is one of those places where we need to protect nature because nature protects us. The quality of the river water affects the cost of everybody's water. So if something causes more pollution here in the Little Cahaba River that we then have to clean out at the drinking water facility, everybody's water costs go up.
You also have to look at, well, what are the additional costs going to be to the city of Birmingham, to the Birmingham Water Works Board, and then eventually the consumer. Before you build a major roadway on any body of water, I think that it's especially if it's one that drinking water is derived from, that you need to take a very long look at that. It needs to be something that there's consensus with the community that this is actually a necessary project.
It's always been clear from citizen reaction that people really do not want this area to be destroyed by a road.
Well, the best alternative right now is simply not to rebuild and reopen Cahaba Beach Road. There is no need. There is no real justification for it. Well, Highway 280 is the main artery in the area. We've already seen that if AlDOT wants to, it can improve Highway 280 and make it carry traffic. The only justification for it is that public money is available and the folks who spend public money are going to spend it.
If people are concerned about this and they want to protect their drinking water, they need to let AlDOT know, attend the public meetings, and send comments to AlDOT to say that they don't want this project to hurt their drinking water.
My hopes for this place that's surrounded by development, this paradise, is that it will just be left alone and people would appreciate it and take care of it and get in their mindsets that this is what we drink. This is what comes out your faucet.
When I speak to you about the Little Cahaba River, I'm talking to you from my heart. My hope for this watershed is that it will be preserved as it is, or at least as naturally as possible. I will confess that that there's a selfish part of that. I want to enjoy it. I want to see my children continue to enjoy it. I want to see my grandchildren continue to enjoy it. But I'm not just selfish. I want you to be able to enjoy this land, and I'm hoping that my entire community will know what a special place this is, and that we will all be made happy by knowing that we have preserved something that is this special, because it really is.
I think if the river could speak, it would say to slow down.
If the river could speak, what would it say right now? It would say, appreciate me more.
I think it would say, ouch, this hurts. I know that's what that river would say when I pick up an aluminum can on the side of the river that comes from overdevelopment. I don't have any doubt about that one.